My name is Charlette. I'm 28 years old with rheumatic heart disease, a yamal and a body, and I had an open heart surgery. It was really scary.
Can you tell me if you know anybody else with rheumatic heart disease?
My sister, or both of my sisters, that's all I know.
All right, Charlotte, can you tell me about the day you were diagnosed with acute rheumatic fever?
I got it at school with my funny movements, my hands, funny walking. And my sister asked me if I was alright, and I told her no, I'm a bit funny. And then she went to the office, called me, bring my mom, and I went straight to the hospital, stayed there for a while. And then, being in a wheelchair.
And what was the thing you remember most clearly about that hospital experience?
It was scary, couldn't even feed myself. I had to be using Kimby like a baby. Or anything off the bed. That's how scary it was. Mom had to be lifting me, feeding me and everything. Even giving me drinks with a cup. Yeah.
And how was your experience with the nurses and doctors at the time?
It was alright.
When you went to the hospital, did the doctor's nurse or health worker know straight away what the problem was?
No, until I had blood tests and everything.
So what other tests did they do in hospital?
Blood tests and ultrasound on my heart.
So can you tell me how long you were in hospital for and what that sort of looked like as a 9-year-old?
Couple of months, 1 year. Yeah. Scary.
And so what happened after you left the hospital?
I went back home. I never went to school for a couple of months till I felt myself a bit better. And went back to school and I was alright.
And you started your bicillin injection straight away,
Yeah.
hey? So can you talk to me about your first experience getting your bicillin needle? What was that like?
It was scary first starting. Yeah. Till I got used to it and it was alright.
How did you learn about rheumatic heart disease?
No, I didn't learn anything about it. They just told me that I had a rheumatic heart, and then when I found out, I was a bit scared. My whole family was all in shock.
Now, is there anything that you can't do because of your rheumatic heart disease?
I'm not too sure at the moment. Yeah.
But like physically, how do you feel with having rheumatic heart disease?
I feel horrible. Mainly after having open heart surgery. Yeah.
So Charlotte, can you tell me about when you first found out that you needed open heart surgery? How old were you and what happened?
I was 26 years old, and I had to fly down to Fiona Stanley. Then they just told me that I had to have open heart surgery. Then I was in ICU for 1 day. They told me I was supposed to be in there for 2 weeks, but I woke up the next day. Yeah, it was paining. Then I started walking on my 2 feet straight away. Yeah.
What was that experience like being a young 26-year-old having to need open heart surgery? And why did you need open heart surgery?
Because my valve wasn't working.
And what was that experience like?
Scary, I thought I was going to die.
Is anything different in your life after having open heart surgery?
Yes, right now, nothing wrong with my heart, it's just the lupus. Yeah.
So who are the people that support you with your health journey? Like, is it your sisters, your mum? Like, who supports you best with looking
my
after?
sisters and my mom.
What's the best way that you've found how to reduce your pain when having your injections?
The numbing patch.
How do you prefer your injections given to you? What is the best way a health worker can give you your injection?
The best way is warm.
What advice would you give people who don't come in for their bicillins? What would you tell them?
The heart is going to get worse. Like how mine was. I never came for my injections for a while. Then I found out my heart was getting worse, and then I started coming in to get it because it scared me.